Hey guys, it's Anthony from Just Keep It Fresh. Didn't see you watching me just then. First of all, thank you guys for watching and tuning into this video. We're going to answer one of the biggest questions. Why do ceramic coating cost so freaking much? First of all, we get so many coatings and so many different options, and they cost anywhere from $900 to $1,000, some even surpassing $2,000, $3,000 marks. So why do they cost so much? Well, before we get started, let's have a look at the cars that we have with us today. This is the special version of the Porsche Macan. It's the GTS version, the really sporty one. Customers only just bought this car a few days ago, and he decided to give us the opportunity to coat this car with us today. Over there on the other side, on the other hand, we have the classic Evo 8. Wow, super rare, super beautiful. This car is a very, very old car. I think it's between 10, 15, I think it's 20 years old. Customers giving us the privilege to come and restore this car's paint and ceramic coat it. So yes, why do ceramic coating cost so much? I think by the way I said or described these cars, you've already had a few points in mind as to why it costs so much. But we're going to get into more details. So one hand we have one of the newer cars, and on the other hand we have one of the older cars. So let's go to the older car first, because it's much simpler to explain why it costs so much. Car actually came in completely wrecked. Well, for me, it's wrecked because it's got so many scratches, it's got so many marks on the paint, and we had to spend so much time in clearing those scratches up. Just for example, I'll show you a few pictures here, here, here. Peter will put these pictures on. I'm sure you'll see that's what the car came in before. And what we had to do is we had to paint correct the car. So the car came in that condition, and what do we have to do to clean up the car in order for it to look nice for the next 10 years? That's one of the biggest points that we focus on when we ceramic coat a car. Ceramic coating can cost anywhere between, or when I say ceramic coating, I'm talking about these little bottles of ceramic coating. They cost anywhere between $150 to even up to $300, $400. A lot of vehicle detailing companies will hate me right now for exposing the price of the ceramic coating. You can literally go to one of the shops now and order one online and get a ceramic coating. But buying a cheap ceramic coating and doing it yourself and having the car look pretty much crap and stinking crap, it's just not worth it. Why leave it to the professionals to do it? Because we have the experience and the expertise to make that car look stunning before we coat the car. The coating itself is a sort of sealant. So what it does, it will seal the car. Let's say for example, if you have a scratch on this car, you seal it, the scratch will be there under that sealant. So it's not going to really make the car look kind of any better. It's just gonna, protect the car, but protecting the car with that layer of crappy paint behind. So it is so important for us to fix up that paint before we seal the car. This car, for example, came in and it had so many scratches before, and what we've done is we paint corrected the car. The paint correction process can take anywhere between 2 hours, 4 hours, to even 8 hours. This car took 8 hours. We paint corrected the roof, every single panel of this car. And to my eyes, it is pretty much the best we can do. And now we've got it coated. So we've sealed that beauty underneath the sealant, that ceramic coating, and it's protected so that it will still last another 10 years looking like that. So Anthony, why do I want to get a brand new car ceramic coated? Isn't it gonna take less time to coat? Isn't it gonna take less time to, fix up the scratches because there's probably no scratches at all? Well, that's a bit of a misconception. When you go to the dealership, you're gonna buy a beautiful car. The dealership's gonna make sure that car's gonna look good for you, and they're gonna wash it before you collect the car, so that when you leave the dealership, you have a nice, clean, good looking car. But little did you know, when we clean off those waxes that's sealing on top of the car to make it look pretty, you're gonna see a lot of scratches like we did on this car. The reason why is because when they wash the car, they don't get the right people to wash the car. They just want you out of the door with the new car. And hence, you're gonna have small scratches on the car. And what we do is Again, we paint correct the car and we polish it and we make sure it's just as shiny as what it should be. Now, this car, for example, we spent 1 hour paint correcting the whole entire car, but the rest of the time, the 3-4 hours, we're polishing it. We're making sure that the car looks as shiny as possible. With those extra time, we will do a process called jeweling. Jeweling, I think we have a video of that in the previous video when we're doing the Bentley. We'll put a little video right here. Jeweling is when we slow polish the car. We actually go through with the machine and we slowly polish the car and really bring out that glow. There's 2 ways to make sure the car looks glowing, to look shiny. Number 1 is the ceramic coating itself, giving it a glossy look, almost like a candy coat. The other one is through us buffing the paint and making sure it looks spectacular before we steal the car. So Anthony, why should I trust you and go to a detailer such as yourself and pay extra money instead of going to other detailers that I find online? They charge a lot less, some of them $300, $400, or even $600. Why should I spend that extra $500, $600 to go to you? Well, first of all, you're not just paying for the product itself. What you're actually paying for is the expertise and the training. For example, we are certified by Geon. Geon has given us so much training for us to be able to do our jobs properly. We have been entrusted by this brand to give you a good quality result. And that is why you should choose someone that is entrusted by the brand itself and people who have so much experience doing this. The other reason why you should trust people who have certification is that they are actually able to acquire products that are certified detailers only because they're trained for this product. There's products that you can buy on the market that don't need certification, and they're probably not as good as the products that have certification. That's another reason why. I know saying this, I might trigger a lot of detailers at home, detailers who charge very, very, very minimal. And I'm sorry if that's the case. There are definitely detailers that charge cheap, that charge a good rate, for very, very quality job. But for us to be able to charge you this much is because we have the expertise. We train our staff just as well as all the other ones who charge those prices. And also they spend a lot of time on your car and we make sure that they give you the care that you need, that your car needs before you collect the car itself. The reason why I'm saying this is because I want customers and clients to understand and to be educated on the process of what we do, hence the price itself. The price actually gives you the value of the product itself. Now, one thing you must ask as well, if you're going to do a service that's surprisingly cheap, very, very, very affordable, $300-400, what are they giving you for the ceramic coating service? Are they going to coat your car? Are they going to paint correct your car? Is it a stage 1 paint correction or a stage 2 paint correction? If you don't even know what those are, suggest you check out, online what stage 1 and stage 2 paint correction is before, you buy that service. Number 3, when they coat your car, do they also coat your rear lights? Do they also coat your wheels? Is that included? When they coat your doors, do they coat your handles? When they coat your car, do they coat your mirror caps? And when they coat your mirror caps, do they go extensively into these areas over here? Do they coat that part? Because that's very, very important, because you might not getting what you actually want. And the last thing you want is to go home with a ceramic coated car, but not fully coated. And that's a very, very important point. There's 2 messages I want to send out today. One, to those backyard detailers or driveway detailers. You guys are doing an awesome job, and I know there are a lot of you who try very, very hard, to soldier on, especially during the COVID-19 crisis, and wanting. I started off as a mobile detailer as well, and I used to charge very cheap rates until I realized what my customer wanted and what my customer needed. Then I realized it actually takes time to get those things done, and the more time I spend, the better the product, the end result is going to be. The second message is to the clients and customers who are looking to get, a quality ceramic coating. Number 1, sometimes you do pay for what you get for. And we do have a lot of customers coming in, you know, oh, I paid $600 for this ceramic coating and it turned out like this. And, you know, we understand, you know, maybe, you know, there's some form of miscommunication with you and the detailer who coated your car, because again, you've missed out on what they were or what they weren't going to do. And number two, we understand every customer wants to save as much as they want to do a service. You know, saving money is good, but paying the detailers to do an awesome job gives us, you know, full support of what we do, but also engages us and encourages us to do a better job in the future as well. So, you know, that is the reason why ceramic coating costs that much. To be honest, $1,000 isn't even that much. I think with the amount of work we do to get these cars to what they are today, they should cost so much more. And I'm really encouraging detailers out there, you know, if you're gonna do a good quality work, charge a customer more. When I say charge a customer for the hours that you work for. Don't just give them the right to just, you know, underpay you for what you do. I think this is a very, very important message to everyone, and I hope you all have a good day. Just remember, just keep it fresh.